Hi there. It's the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby. Welcome, welcome. We're going to take just a minute before we get started on this live. I just announced this like an hour ago. It's for the strawberry full moon. And I always do these last minute. So I just wanted to pop on here and get a reading out. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. You guys know that I always do a end of year full moon predictions reading. And then each month that we go through, the following year, we talk about these readings. I've already done all of the full moon readings for each one of the individual signs. So if you haven't checked out your reading yet, make sure you go back and watch it for the full moon. And it's really for the whole month of June. But it's like all about, the full moon. And then I go through the prediction as well, and we compare, the two different readings. We'll go through all of the information for the June full moon, but I wanted to first start by doing a little full moon candle ritual. If you guys have a candle, it can be any candle, any color, whatever you choose to put your intentions into. Use white because you can use white for anything. And I'm just putting a little drop of special oil. This is already blessed for a special intention having to do with justice. And we just need one little drop. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. All right. Let's start this reading. There you go. My AC just kicked on, so it wanted to blow everything out. Okay, and then we're also going to earn some Palo Santo and just clear the energy of the cards. How is everybody? Like, seriously, how's everybody been doing through this first half of June? It's been a fun, energetic month, has it not? Make sure that you guys smash that like button through any parts of the reading that resonates. Drop a comment in the comments below. Let me know how it resonates and, what you guys like about the reading, where you guys are watching from, where you guys are located. I love to get feedback. Okay, so we're going to get into this, guys. So this is Manifesting Magic with the Strawberry Full Moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so I'm going to go through what all of this actually is. First off, the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs are all about passion and passionate energy. So if you have a certain passion towards a person, it could be romantic or platonic. And then if it's, it can also be passion towards what you're passionate about: work, career, business, finance, anything like that. So that's a main theme for this time period, for this full moon. So for my predictions readings, what we had pulled during this time was the Four of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This talks about rest, relaxation, getting your R&R, but also heavy like overload of like mental, so people need like rest, relaxation for their mental clarity. It's like taking naps, taking breaks. Especially, a great thing to do during full moons is like aura cleanses through water and whatnot. Another theme for this month, we pulled the Cultivating Prosperity card. Money. It's a big theme of this month. Making money, how you're going to, how you receive money, how you treat money. Big theme this month. And cultivating prosperity. So the number 33, the flower moon blossoming card, was also pulled, which is interesting because the flower moon was actually last month in May. And the meaning of that card means blossoming. So there could have been a situation that is blossoming, and it could have started from last month until now. Or potentially it has something that ties back to the month of May, but it's a situation that could be blossoming now. So then we also pulled the number 12 card, Rose, love. Roses could be significant this month. It could be a sign or a symbol for you. And love is a huge theme this month. And you're going to also see why when I talk about the songs that I had on pre-shuffle when I was getting all the cards together, getting ready for this reading, and also other themes with, astrological themes within the month. So then we also pulled the first quarter moon in Gemini card, speaking your world into being. This is all about manifestation, super magical vibes around full moons at any time. And it's all about using your voice, using your throat chakra, communicating. When you speak, when you put words into energy, that energy is what helps manifestation, right? That's the magic of things. And so it's very powerful. Your words are magic. Words are spells. With spells, they use words in enchantments, chants and rituals and whatnot. And that's why they call it spelling, right? So your words are powerful. Know how to use them. Speak your world into being. Then for this month, rhodochrosite was the crystal message oracle of the month. Rhodochrosite, it means inner child. This is healing of the inner child. This is letting your inner child out to play. Just like tapping into your inner child and, being young, being fun, believing in magic and things like that, And then I play with Astro Dice now since the end of last year, which are super fun. And it's based on the three main principles of astrology. Pluto, Cancer in the third house is what we rolled for this month. It's interesting too, because Jupiter goes into Cancer this month. We're going to talk more about this. But when you combine these three things, it's a unique blend of emotional insight, communicative power, and used wisely, it's a force of healing and transformation. So again, this month is all about healing and transformation, and it could also have a lot to do with love. So our major transits this month are Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. It's all about transformative shifts. And then we have Jupiter that went into Cancer, and that's all about luck being on your side. Go into your chart. And if you don't know what your chart is, I do charts as well. Check out all of the information in the description below this video, and just reach out to me and we can do your chart for you. But wherever Jupiter is in your chart, that could give you a good idea of like where you're going to see a lot more luck in that house and its meaning, or whatever Cancer placements that you have. So check your chart and see where Cancer is. And that could be really beneficial, very lucky for you during this transit. And then we also have Mercury in Cancer. And this is quality. It's all about quality over quantity. So just take it as it resonates, but quality over quantity. So like if it's relationships or whatever, you may have been dating around, dating several different people. And now it's like you're really starting to realize what quality is versus, just dating a bunch of different people and giving all your energy away. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's, what you're into, but that's what happens. You give your energy away. Or it could be like, I don't know what else, quality over quantity. I mean, just like, instead of hoarding a whole bunch of, different random stuff, it's like now you're deciding, oh, I will only want the finest of things. And so I'll only take, one of that and one of that because it's the nicest, not 13 of, every color. So underneath the deck, we've got full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. So this is the underlying energy. And I feel like this has already kind of happened. But I feel like somebody has taken a reality check, right? This could either be you or somebody that's in your world. But, and I really feel like, again, this is a general collective reading, for the general collective. There's lots of signs, everybody has their own astrological thumbprint, right? But again, we're talking like major main themes. And this is because of the, the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. This is a time of reflection and people, thinking back, and then transforming, shifting and transforming as needed, as a collective. And so there's a real reality check that's going on. And I know as a grand collective, when we're looking at like national things, international things, there's people rising up, there's riots, there's protests, for all different reasons around the world. And it's because people are waking up and, taking a reality check. Excuse me for my voice. Spirit saying, let's not talk about that right now. Top of the deck, new moon in Aries. I love this energy. Go for it. So if you've been thinking about doing something, after like sitting back and taking a reality check, if you've been thinking about doing something, and this is Aries is, even though this isn't Sagittarius energy, Aries is a fellow fire sign to Sagittarius. So this is very fiery, passionate energy. So could be talking about relationships. We could be talking about something that you're passionate about. Spirit is saying, go for it. Okay. Also, you could have strong Aries placements or be dealing with somebody who does. And or Mars. I'm feeling Mars. All right. Now I need to preface this one. When Spirit told me to pick up this deck of cards, I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. So this is called the Divine Circus Oracle. I am going to read from the book, whatever card that we pull from the top. I'm probably not going to read the bottom. Spirit, what do we have? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining. It's good to have you on here. Let me know where you're from in the comments if you're able to comment. I have it set to subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, just hit subscribe. You got to wait like 1 minute and then you can start to comment. So underneath the deck, we have number 32, Clown of Crossroads. I'm not going to read this. I already know this card a little bit. This is somebody who's been at a crossroads. That is so crazy. I just saw Bone Thugs and Harmony here in Vegas where I live. And, you know, they have that song, Meet Me at the Crossroads, where you won't be lonely, meet me at the crossroads. Which reminds me, I need to talk about the music going into this. But Clown of Crossroads. This is somebody who's been stuck at crossroads, and it's where you're making a decision. Which direction am I going to take? It's making a decision and sticking to it, right? And, you know, I feel like there's an energy out there and where somebody has been going back and forth for a very long time, you know, and that's where the whole clown part comes, right? I just heard they were showing their ass, but, you know, going back and forth, not making a decision. But I feel like that's over. I feel like somebody is making a decision, right? Because they don't want to be lonely. Meet me at the crossroads. Where I know that song's about, you know, life after death and that kind of thing, but clarification. Interesting. But yeah, Clown of Crossroads. Also 32, somebody could be 32 years old. 3 + 2 is 5, and 5 is all about change of direction. So something is changing. There's something that is changing. It's a different direction somebody's deciding to take. And then we have number 40, Bright Baby. 4 + 0. Okay, so somebody could be 40 years old, or 4 + 0 is 4, and it's all about stability. It's like the 4 corners of an actual house or a home foundation, like stable foundation. This could be talking about moving in with someone, celebrating a home or a home situation. Clarification. Could be, you know, just the idea of living with someone. And I'm looking at the card. Somebody's saying, go for it. Somebody wants to go for it with a bright baby. Not an actual baby, although some of you could be moving in, you know, due to a child. But others, like, it could be like a project. And if this is not a relationship, it could be like a project or like a you know, they call projects or new things like your baby, right? Number 40. Okay. So simple truths will help you most right now. Complexity is the mind at work, whereas the heart sees with astoundingly accurate simplicity. Don't worry about the details, the hows and wheres and whys. Those answers will come in time. For now, all you need to do is get back to the basics of what is true, and for you, that means stepping into the light. So this is kind of like starting over. When a painful or confusing feeling grips your mind, situations can seem more complicated than they need to be. The Oracle of Bright Baby tells you that the best and brightest way through even the most apparently complex issues is often the simplest. Saying no, stepping back, voicing your truths, having patience, acting when you need to do so, asking for help. So simplicity can assist you in taking steps day after day until the issue has resolved itself, just as naturally as the night melts into day. To heed the healing truths of Bright Baby, you are asked, even if just for now, to drop the complex adult explanations, justifications, interpretations, and stories. What is the simplest version of the story that you're dealing with in your life right now? And how can you act on that simplicity with truth, compassion, and authenticity? If you aren't sure that you can get to simplicity, if the confusion seems too great, the oracle brings you confirmation that a blinding flash of clarifying insight is on its way. Make sure you don't discount the insight as being too obvious or simple. Oftentimes, the answer that you need is right under your nose, just waiting to be discovered, and also as plain as the nose on your face. Like, there could be something where it's like the answer is right in front of you the entire time. The person, like the key to your dreams, the person of your dreams was right in front of you the whole entire time, but they were hidden in plain sight. If you are concerned that something has been spoiled, damaged beyond repair, then the Oracle of Bright Baby brings you good news. It is possible to restore, repair, and return the purity, innocence, and original essence to what you feared was damaged. Innocence is never truly lost. It just gets a bit muddied sometimes and needs a cleanup. If you feel like you have lost your true self or the bright promise of a fresh new opportunity that you regret allowing you pass by, it's just a matter of clearing out what has kept you away from your light. It's still there within you. It just needs to be rediscovered. Bright Baby tells you that there's always a chance to return to the light, to begin anew. You guys, that is so beautiful. The vibe that I'm getting as I was reading that is, again, love is a big theme this month. So for those of you that are watching this because of like a relationship or there's a particular person on your mind, Spirit is telling me you feel like you screwed up, or you might have already, messed something up, or the chance has already passed. Spirit is saying that's not true. There is a chance for renewal. There is a chance for a whole new chance for innocence again, right? It's like to start over, still knowing that there was a past, right? But starting over on a completely new, what is that phrase? If somebody knows, what is that phrase? Starting from scratch or whatever. And again, I keep on looking back to go for it. Spirit is saying, go for it. So I like that. Okay, now let's get a Queen of the Moon Oracle, and then we'll jump into the tarot. What do we have for our general collective for Strawberry Full Moon and Sagittarius, please? Our peace, power, protection, prosperity. Okay, underneath the deck, we've got number 8, the Path. So again, underneath the deck is underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. So somebody could be on the path. Somebody is on the path. They're on the right path, right? Or this is something that like you found the path, you've been on the path. It's something like that. And then I'm seeing 818 on the clock, 8 right here. 8s are significant. 8s are about what goes around comes around. It's like eternal. This could be a love, something, again, it's the energy of somebody. It's like ships passing by, but now they're coming back around. And I feel like it's coming right at that connection point, right? It's a lot of 8s. The path. Crossroads. Somebody's paths are crossing. Top of the deck, we've got number 12, boundaries. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to read this card as well. I do want to know what the actual oracle is about that, but boundaries are significant in this. Now, doesn't matter if you're in a relationship, doesn't matter if this is like business or whatever, but boundaries. So you either have been practicing, safer boundaries, stronger boundaries, or you need to. Okay. In this picture, you see a woman here and she's like in a bubble and she's looking at the outside, but there's a crack in the bubble. She's about to break out. She's about to break out of the bubble. It's like somebody is about to break out of this bubble that they've been in. Maybe they had their boundaries up like so secure and they're ready to bust out into the world. Let's read it. I want to see what this says. Okay, so judging what you need and what you don't need allows you to place healthy boundaries. You teach people how to treat you. Judge what is healthy and right for you with clarity and care. Simplify. So that's the second time that we've talked about simplifying things. Like there's something that has been like so complicated that it didn't need to be. I just heard a weird sound, so that's definitely confirmation. It's like simplifying something. I can say yes or no with authenticity and clarity. So in times of sickness or say the presence of very strong emotions such as grief, we often naturally simplify. We cut out all the extras that are too hard or too complex at that time. We might not take up an invitation or an event that we might have to work at attending. We might only watch a film we know that uplifts us. We might only want to see or communicate with friends that we know and trust to understand, love, and support us, warts and all. We might only choose to spend the depth of our heart and time with a few people rather than many, and we become vastly sensitive to those we now discover take their unfair advantage of our energy. So we might also look to our body more compassionately and eat nourishing foods to heal it, do comforting things for it to recover more easily, or just decide to rest it completely. If we're healthy people, we naturally action a kind of simplicity and a set of boundaries to protect ourselves so we can give ourselves some space to heal. So what I'm getting is there's many of you, and me included, boy, that could have been in this period of like putting yourself in a bubble, almost like hermit energy for a longer extended period of time, right? But again, I feel like right now, this is a time of many of us are busting out. We're ready to like pop out of the cocoon, if you will, and reemerge back into the light, going back to that light, bright baby, right? Yeah, going for it. And it's because we're on the path. We know we've been doing the healing. We've been doing that inner work. And that's what that is. We put up our boundaries so that we could practice, our shadow self, our shadow work. So what if we did this all the time? What if we more consciously chose more simply and specifically for the benefit of our own mind, body, and spirit? Yes, life is complex, but it can be richer and more enjoyable if we pare back what is the negativity extra and choose more deliberate and authentic path. The path. So this is talking about walking and choosing a more deliberate, taking deliberate actions, being intentional with your words and your habits and your things, with the people and the relationships that you choose, the energy that you choose to engage around, and being intentional as you walk that path. So not all judgment is bad or to be avoided. Every single one of us judges every day. We judge what brand of washing powder to buy among many. We judge what TV show is good and bad and what isn't. We have a legal system with a judge. We judge what we will accept and what we will not. It's also a big theme, judgment, karma, balance of this month. If we don't, we do not have values, nor do we have boundaries. Huge issues for some. Yeah, people can get in big trouble when they cross over people's boundaries. So, to simply focus on your own experiences and not look outside yourself for justice may all be very nice for gurus, but for those of us who want to be the change they wish to see, I judge happily that certain things are unacceptable. So I strive to change those things. People judged that slavery wasn't right and involved themselves in change, even to the extent of waging war. Very important for what's going on right now in society. People judged that whaling wasn't right, so it's been banned in most countries. We judged that apartheid wasn't right, and people died to change it. One brave man, Nelson Mandela, was jailed for decades as a result. Boundaries teach people how to treat us, and this is the kind of positive judgment that we all need in this world. Companion stone or metal is obsidian, and that's a protective stone. I believe this is obsidian. It's rolled or tumbled, but it's all about protection. You guys, now is one of the biggest times than ever to practice boundaries. Stronger boundaries, boundaries for ourselves, boundaries for others, and boundaries for mankind. So let's get into the tarot. What do we have for our collective? Okay, that's upside down. World card underneath the deck. So we are talking about world issues. Underneath the deck, we have Hanged Man. So this is the energy of being stuck. This is the energy of putting yourself in a timeout, trying to look at something from a different perspective, a different point of view. Could be a different kind of worldview. So it's just the energy of, it's also very spiritual though too, because you can get yourself out of this energy. It's about going within and, your thoughts, brilliant thoughts, thinking of, how can we make this work, or how does that work, or whatever, right? It's going within. Let's get 3 cards, please. What are the main themes for this month? All right. We start out with the 6 of Cups. Then we have the 9 of Cups. You guys, I told you, big theme was cultivating prosperity. But this is also about feelings and emotions. This is happiness. This is wishes fulfilled. This could be love. Okay. 7 of Cups. This is going to be spicy. Underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. Dang, I just said this is going to be spicy. Okay. So when I see 7 of Swords, now it is underneath the deck, and I feel like this is underlying energy. It's already happened, but there was some kind of deception, manipulation. This is like backstabbing energy. This is like, being sneaky, being very strategic, but, in a manipulative way to like take something away from another person. Okay. Doing something behind another person's back. It's ugly energy. It's one of my least favorite cards. But but what I'm seeing in this general situation, because we're going to clarify here in a second, we're talking about somebody that you've known for a long time, somebody from your past. This could be somebody that brings out your inner child, which is another main theme for this month. Or this could be somebody that you've known for a while, or just like somebody that you knew like as a child or when you were younger. So then we've got the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. And this is getting like what it is that you want, taking that step, going for it, being fulfilled, being happy, being in bliss. And then we have the 7 of Cups in front of that's coming in. That's lots of opportunity, lots of options. Now you have to be careful with the 7 of Cups, because that also could mean illusion, because when you have so many options and opportunities, it's like you could be looking at, this big thing of glitter, sparkling, whatever, but you can crack into it and it's just like a turd covered in glitter, So you have to be careful about what you choose, because somebody could be worried, or they could have been deceived in the past with that 7 of Swords energy. So I'm seeing water energy, a lot of water energy, clarification, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, have that somewhere strong in your chart, or be dealing with somebody who does. Okay, and then I also see Libra, Gemini, Aquarius underneath the deck. So again, you could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We're going to get 3 cards for the 6 of Cups, please. What do we have for our general collective? Ace of Wands underneath the deck, passionate new beginning. Passionate new beginning. This is Sagittarius energy for the full moon. Okay, 6 of Cups, please. We have the Hierophant, number 5, change of direction. But Hierophant, this is like somebody very religious, somebody very traditional. This is beautiful energy. This is, it could be Taurus, or someone who has strong Taurus in their chart. They could be a boss, a CEO. They could be like, work from home, work for themselves, own their own business. This is somebody who's very happy, who could bring a lot of happiness to you with the Sun card, Leo energy. The 19th could be significant. The 5th could be significant. The 7th could be significant. But then there's somebody that wants to grow something. Now, this could be you or the other person, about growing and building. So this could be a relationship. This could be a business. But it's somebody that you've known for a real long time. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius underneath the deck with the Knight of Swords. Somebody wants to deliver a message. Somebody could have delivered a message. What's the Nine of Cups energy present? What's the Nine of Cups energy? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody got out of a bad situation or wants to get out of a bad situation. That's their wish. Okay, thank you, spirits. Wow. Okay, so clarifying the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Now, Five of Pentacles upright means being locked out or kicked out of a situation, being shut out of a situation. This is somebody who's having money problems because Pentacles, we're talking about coins, money stability, right? But it's in reverse. So that means that they're coming out of this energy or there's some kind of solution or something. Well, it was clarified by the Moon card. So we are talking about the Sagittarius full moon right now with the Two of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. So there's still, okay, so the Moon card is all about secrets. Okay, there could be some secrets from the past, right? Having to do with somebody being shut out in a situation. But when the Moon card comes out, and especially on a full moon, and there's a full moon in this Nine of Cups card too, it's like these secrets I feel like are going to be exposed during the full moon. That's what you can expect happening around this time period. It doesn't have to be on the full moon. It could be around the time frame of, okay? But there's some kind of secrets being exposed about, and look at that woman underneath the water. It's like she was thrown into the water. Like someone wanted to like get rid of somebody or something. And it's like secrets are being exposed about somebody being shut out. But they're not anymore. It's like there is a situation that's turning around and it's working in somebody's favor. Wish fulfillment. So we have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. Underneath the deck, Ace of Cups. This is aces are gifts from the universe, and cups are all about, you know, feelings and emotions. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Somebody wants like a new beginning, a new start, new relationship. Okay, what is the Seven of Cups, please, Spirit? What is the Seven of Cups? Two more, Seven of Cups. What's coming in? What are these opportunities? Thank you. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Cups again. So starting and ending with the Six of Cups. Yeah, somebody from the past could have broken your heart. Or something from the past could have broken your heart. I love that. Shut up. Okay, this is so funny. First off, Spirit is like, I said what I freaking said. Clarifying the Seven of Cups is the Seven of Cups. Two different decks. Okay. So Spirit's like, I said what I said. And I'm seeing 777 right here. So lucky sevens could, 777 could be significant. So again, we're talking about somebody that has a lot of options, a lot of opportunities. But this could be in anything. It doesn't have to just be in love. It could be in love. It could be somebody that was shut out in the past. But it also could be work. It could be, which direction do they want to take in life? Which, what's the next steps, the next path? What path do they want to get on? Whatever. Because I told you, I felt like it's the energy of somebody who's stepping out and is about to go for something. It could be a love, like a relationship. It could be a job. Somebody's about to go for something, because then we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, again, Sagittarius energy. And this is about victory. It's about success. It's about, setting goals and achieving them, right? It's like somebody has a lot of options, but they're very successful. And it's because they released this Five of Cups energy, and they're ready to just let go. So Five of Cups, again, this is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but it's all about feelings and emotions. And the Five of Cups is what I call my don't go crying over spilled milk card. It's somebody, it's like bittersweet. You know, they're crying over spilled milk, crying over a relationship from the past. They're sad about how things may have transpired. They're sad about how things ended. They're sad about what happened. But what they don't see are the two cups that are still right there, right behind them, full of magic and love. Like Two of Cups in the tarot is a relationship. All they have to do is turn around and see that there's love right behind them, or something that they will love right behind them, right? It was there the whole freaking time. Just like we were saying earlier, right underneath your nose, it was there the whole time. Clarification. Somebody just needed to turn around and realize. But when it's in reverse, it's like it's like you don't have that feeling anymore because there's victory. You know, somebody's focused on the other. I feel like, honestly, because it's clarifying, somebody's choosing their option. They're having success and being given a lot of options, but like choosing wisely. And because it's because they've given up about, feeling crappy about the past. Now they're ready to move on to whatever it is. So I am being pulled back to that message about somebody could have felt like, clarification, somebody could have felt like there was a relationship or something from the past, or something that didn't work out in the past, and it can be reworked again. Okay. If both parties or situations or whatever want it to, right? It can be reworked. But there is somebody here with the energy of, regardless of what it is, has a lot of options and opportunities in front of them, and they can pick and choose whatever it is that they want because they just don't care anymore about whatever it is that was bothering them in the past. So do I see a lot of love though? Yes. Do I see somebody from the past? 1,000%. It's somebody who's really in their head though. They're really worried about the situation. They're worried that they're going to be like turned down or told no. Virgo energy, but this is also spiritual, going within. This very spiritual person. This could be a very spiritual person. Okay. But they're in that dark night of the soul. Like I was saying, like they've gone within those boundaries that they were working on. Okay. Could be Scorpio, death and rebirth, but this is more so about transformation. It's not about death itself. It's death of ego, death of old ways, death of toxic work environments and toxic work habits, right? And focusing more on what matters and things that matter and people that matter, right? And that in itself starts a beautiful new relationship or a beautiful new project or something that brings in prosperity. Somebody could have been waiting on it, but it's a time to celebrate. Feels like it took forever, but the Wheel of Fortune is here. Okay, let's move on. I want to wrap this up a little quick. We've already been on here for how many minutes? How long has this gone? I don't even know. Oh, 38 minutes. Okay. We're almost done. This is beautiful though. If this is a relationship, a romance, your spirit's saying go for it. There could be a second time around. If it's a work relationship, there's, lots of opportunities ahead. Somebody's going to pick and choose, but no matter what, somebody's either having success or victory, or going to make a successful, like victorious type of choice. Okay, what do we have for the general collective for the strawberry full moon? That wanted to stick. Okay. I like this. Underneath the deck, the energy is do what you love. What is it that you're passionate about? That's the whole energy of Sagittarius, is passion. What is it that you love? Is it a person? Is it, what you do for work? It's whatever it is. It's all about passion. Do what you love. And, there could be two things that you love. Do those. Do them together. Make it happen together. I feel like, there is somebody that's worried about what happened in the past. It's my cats. The past doesn't matter. Nothing matters in the past. Past is done. The past has ended. All that matters is right now in the present, which helps cultivate, helps, manifest what happens in the future. Just do it with love. Top of the deck, shine your light. Behind that, I picked up too, make no judgments, right? And we were talking about judgments in the bright baby, or I'm sorry, boundaries, in the boundaries. Shine your light. So we're going to read this one, and I'm going to wrap that up. I will wrap up this reading. But first, I have to find this. This is the one deck, I say it every time, that I need to put the numbers on here so I know exactly where to look. They don't have it lined up correctly. Shine your light. 1 second. Please hold. How come I cannot find this? Okay, number 56. Somebody could be 56 years old. 5 plus 6 is 11, though, and 11 is all about it's twin flame divine partner energy. 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 2 is all about unity, stability. 118, 28. Somebody could be 28 years old. 28 could be significant. November 8th or January 18th could be significant. Okay, shine your light. Where and how are you seeking recognition for who you are and the talents that you possess? Directly through hard work or indirectly through passivity and acting out? Your divine energy is calling you to actively seek attention, but for the right reasons, to inspire, uplift, and direct others to their higher self's greatest potential. Your divine invitation: open your heart fully and take all necessary risks so that your spirit shines out far and wide. Trust the gifts and talents that the universe gave you and commit yourself to their full development to serve both your creator and your fellow humans. Don't hide your light under a bushel, as Jesus counseled the Sermon on the Mount. It's appropriate to use whatever stage that you command to seek attention when you then use it to further the divine light in others. So I just heard amen. I always find it interesting when decks like this, straight out, talk about Jesus and stuff, because it's more spiritual. But for some of you, you could be very quite traditional and believe in the Bible and believe in, religion and things like that, right? For others of you, just take it as it resonates, spirit, whatever you believe in. But the whole point of it is, if you are blessed to be able to have a platform that you do well, or that you're doing what you love, okay? Spirit is saying, use that platform for the right things, do it to help, help you serve both your creator and your fellow humans. Use your voice, make sure that you're, doing it out of I just made a post the other day. I hate talking about it because it really upset me when I saw it. And it was the first thing when I woke up in the morning. I live in Las Vegas, and there are, lots of content creators everywhere in the world, right? But especially here in Vegas. And there was this feud between two content creators, and one of the people pulled out a gun and shot this couple, and they were a family, mom and dad. And it's a horrible story, so I'm not going to go into it or whatever. But I made this post. It really bothered me. And I'm don't do it for the likes. Don't do it for the stats or the impressions or anything like that, because the real flex is how many people that you can help, that you can lift up, that you can inspire. That's the real flex. It's not how many likes or impressions or anything like that. Don't compare yourself or your numbers to anybody. This particular video may only get 5 likes right now, but who knows? It could pick up a year from now, and all of a sudden I get 1 million views. That's how it happens. So the message is, your message, your resonation, your gift, your ability, it's meant to get to the right people at the right time. Don't try to force anything. People will see it when they need to. So, but just continue to shine your light for the right reasons, and the right people will see that bright baby coming out, right? Just go for it. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whoever it is that you're passionate about, go for it. Do it. Do what you love. Do what you love, because you got lots of opportunities, victory coming through. This could be something or someone from the past that you could have had some issues with in the past. But, yep, I see a new start. I see new beginnings in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you may decide to go a completely different route and your life blossoms, like one of the themes from earlier, right? From the predictions. But for others of you, it could be like a romance situation or something, and it ends up working out. So take it as it resonates, place yourself where you need to go. I hope that this reading brought clarity, insight, and answers for you. If it did, and if you're interested in a personal reading where we dive down deeper into your personal timeline and energy, all of my information is in the description below this video on how you can book a reading, or just reach out to me via email, and I will direct you in the right way. But if this is where I leave you, as you know, it's Together We Grow. I always look forward to sharing this time and energy with you. Make sure to go check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And I hope you guys have a fantastic and blessed strawberry full moon in Sagittarius. You guys have a great June, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.